So I've decided that since I have like 350 hours of this game on Steam, I might as well put some videos up on it. And as long as I'm doing that, I might as well put a video up explaining what exactly happens. This is Payday 2. Here's my character, as you can tell. I should say that there is some slight differences on this compared to the base game because I do have a mod installed which changes the UI a bit. The biggest thing you'll notice is, I'll bring up the options menu for it here. There is a whole lot of options to configure it, but the biggest thing I've changed is the number of bodies that can stay on the screen at one time. Normally the game keeps only 8. This has, I've never hit the limit on it, so it makes it so I've basically got a carpet of bodies on the floor by the end of a mission, which is pretty funny. Regardless, this is the main menu once you enter the game. Whole list of things here. CrimeNet is where you get your heists or missions or whatever you want to call them. Inventory is exactly what it sounds like. It's where all your guns and armor and masks. This is a custom mask. There's a ton of stuff you can do in here. I'll pop in here. This is all the guns that I have. They're all customized and they're all pretty crazy. And here's secondary guns, which is mostly pistols and submachine guns, and occasionally a rocket launcher because they're kind of fun. Melee weapons, same sort of thing. All sorts of different stuff. There's 3 different types of grenades. Most of them are DLC. Armor that you can equip. Equipment that goes into your into how you put your skill points is what you can carry for equipment. Masks, there's a million different masks. You also select which character you want to be here. But like you can look at all the masks and stuff. I'll wear that one for now. Yeah, here's where you select the character. Here's all the different characters you can be. These first 4 are the original 4 with the game, and they've added all these since then. I'm not going to go too much into that. The guy I play as, his name is Dallas. I like to call him the crime dad, because he is kind of the old man of the group. Skills, this is kind of the meat of the game where you decide what your character is good at. I'm spec'd into what's called Mastermind. It's a lot of, how to describe it. It focuses on pistols and assault rifles and the ability to buff your team in various ways. For example, this skill right here allows me to revive crew members by shouting at them from across the room, which is very, very handy in certain situations. I have a whole bunch of skills here that allow me to basically capture cops and turn them to my side. Oh yes, in case I didn't mention it earlier, you play a criminal in this game. You're robbing banks and whatnot. The other trees are Enforcer, which is very shotgun focused, also focused on heavy armor and carrying ammo and basically just being a brute. Technician has a lot of skills for getting into things like drills and C4 to crack safes. They also can unlock turrets. And they also have little survival skills at the very end of the tree. Ghost is the stealth tree, focused around sneaking around and doing things like that. Also focused on wearing light armor and dodging things. And there was a new tree added fairly recently called Fugitive, which is also focused on light armor, focuses on pistols and moving at high speed and not getting hit very much. Also has a skill which allows you to dual wield pistols at the very end of the tree, which is kind of cool. There's another system in with that called perk decks, which, oops, I forgot to ignore that. You start with nothing in these, and as you do things, you get points to put into them that unlock more abilities as they go along, and you can mix and match those with your skill set. They provide little small perks along with it, and if you want to play the game, you can definitely look it up yourself. It gets way deeper than I'm going to get in this. I didn't want to get too deep into it. Infamy is this little number beside my level, we'll say. is how many times when you hit level 100, you can reset and get an infamy point, which you can spend in here to get extra masks and extra bonuses. The highest level is infamy 25, which is, I am not even close to that, but I have friends who have hit that. Safe House is basically a barely implemented thing where you can go and test out guns and walk around and do little things. But let's get into the meat of the game, which is CrimeNet. When you go into CrimeNet, you get this is a little bit modified by my mod, but basically all these ones that have little people next to them are heists that have people in them and have open spots for more people. The white ones are basically ones that you can start with nobody in them. One thing I'm going to do is go into the filters and turn on friends only and get rid of all the extra ones so I can just see ones that my Steam friends have and ones that are available. The little skulls next to them is the difficulty. 0 skulls is normal, 1 skull is hard, 2 skulls is very hard, 3 skulls is overkill, and I don't have any up right now, but there is 4 skulls, which is Death Wish. There's one right there. I'm going to play one on an easier level now, just so I can Mall Crasher works. Just so I can kind of talk and play at the same time. This is one of the basically beginner heists, very simple. I'm going to set it to private, so I'm just going to play by myself. This is a little screen when you select one. You just pick what options you want. Hit accept. This is the lobby. You can still make a bunch of changes here. Change what you're carrying, change what skill set you have. This is where you will invite your friends to the group to join in. I will have 2 bots with me because if you're playing solo or with one friend, you have 2 bots. You can turn those off as well if you feel like playing real solo. You click start the heist, you end up loading first of all, and this is loading slow because I'm running fraps in the background as well, so it's kind of killing my computer a little bit. It is normally much faster than this. And I run out of things to talk about. There we go. I'm sorry if there are horrible frame drops here.
You heard him right. Vlad is serious.
Like I said, my computer's trying to do like 3 things at once. You hear a little description about the mission. You can buy assets to help you during the mission. We'll buy the gas can because I know that is useful. You can change what you're carrying. I'm going to carry this rifle, which is it's called the Clarion. The real world name was the FAMAS, and my game is having some serious issues loading with fraps running. This will be fun later tonight. Hopefully everything I'm saying is coming through because it is stuttering like crazy. Wow, I need to figure out what's causing that. I probably just need to reboot. Finish loading, come on, there we go. Now it should clean itself up. Hopefully, come on. No, gonna be, there we go. Anyway, and the pistol I'm carrying, the armor, those, doctor bag, that's all just basically what I decided to carry. Crew setup will show you what your other players are bringing. I don't have any because I don't have any other players. There will be 2 bots with me. Soundtrack, you can pick what music is playing. I'm just going to play it, whatever's bass. And then when you're done, you click ready, and when everybody's ready, it starts the heist. So let's do this. Hopefully it works.
Hit as many stores and glass interiors as
the point of this mission is basically just go destroy a mall.
You understand?
It's pretty simple. It's one of the simplest missions in the game. I have John Wick, who is fake Keanu Reeves, and Dragon, another character. You can just go in the front door. The AI will just sit there until you go loud. What we are now is in what's called casing mode, where you have no mask on. And you can pretty much just walk around, although since I'm wearing fairly heavy armor, the cops will be like, hey, why is that guy walking around looking like that? And they'll kind of trip off to me. Usually first thing you do in a heist, hold down a button, put on your mask. Now you're in stealth mode. Until you get caught, you can do things in stealth mode. This map doesn't really have a stealth way to complete it. This is what's known as a loud heist. You just blow everything up. Some heists can be completed stealthily, and no one will ever know you were there.
All right.
Ignore that. That's DLC. But this mission is literally go in and shoot up a mall. So it's real. I mean, people have done it without ever getting detected, but it's very, very difficult. And I'm not actually carrying any silenced weapons, so that'll make it extra hard. So let's get started. One thing you can do, if you're crouched, you're stealthy, but there's a detection meter. This civilian is detecting me. I can make them get on the ground and tie their hands with zip ties to take them hostage.
Every hostage is an asset.
Oop. Oh, you saw me.
Down on the ground, people.
Get down.
Everybody
Get down.
down. Get down.
I'm trying to talk about stuff. Go away.
Get down.
Get down. Unfortunately, I only have 2 zip ties, so if I was doing this stealthily... Ooh, another package. Gimme.
Gotcha.
One of my other teammates would probably tie her up, but if you're trying to do things stealthily, you don't want to leave somebody untied because eventually they will get up and call the cops. So sadly, what ends up happening when you run out of zip ties is you shoot everyone, which costs you a ton of money for cleaning, because you have to have a cleaner come in and clean up your mess. One thing that... Go loud very quickly here. Yeah, that everybody just detected me because one person did. I'm going to grab all the money out of the cash register. And then I'm going to go up and start doing the thing. See, that guy's calling the cops. So here's where the meat of the mission begins. A little bit of frame lag there. You try not to shoot civilians because it really hampers your ability to do things. The more civilians you injure or hurt, the harder cops they send after you, and the more snipers. For some reason, mall cops in this game are all like special security guys, and yeah, so they all carry guns, and they're all pretty hardcore soldier types. But yeah, in this mission, you basically just shoot everything up, so there's not too much complicated about it. But this is a jewelry store, so let's take jewelry and make some money. Snatch all the stuff up. The only bad thing, well, one of the bad things about bringing AI to missions, they will not pick anything up. This is a bag of jewelry, so you have to hold it. And now, on my back, you can see my screen is tilted a little bit. There is a bag of jewelry on my back, which I can throw with that. And also, here's the other big part of the game, is getting into safes and things. Put a drill on it. 123 seconds. I'll just try and stick around.
$10,000 worth.
Yeah, I've only destroyed $10,000 worth of small. The goal is 50,000. I'll try and stick around until that drill is finished so I can see what's inside it. A lot of times on this, there's nothing inside it. But most missions, it's worth opening the safes just because there's usually good stuff. I may do a second little instructional video with a more instructional heist, but this is just kind of showing you the mechanics of the ridiculous amount of cops that show up, which is really, in my opinion, the fun part of the game. Ah, here we go, an assault. These cops tend to come in waves. I have used up all my ammo, Jesus. They come in waves. The music changes when a wave of cops come. There's some SWAT guys. And, ow, enough. The cops tend to come in assault waves.
30,000 guys, keep it up.
They will actually kind of help you. They will actually kind of help you destroy the mall by shooting stuff back as well. There's a sniper very back in the car. A sniper is what is known as a special component. Highlight them by shouting at them by pressing F. Trying to talk about stuff. Yeah, snipers are one of them. Oh, my drill has broken. Drills can either just naturally break because for some reason we buy really crappy drills, and also if a cop reaches the drill, they can kick it and disable it. You have to go over to it, hold down the button, and restart it. All the AI is good for is shooting at cops. If shooting at cops kind of offends you a little bit, just pretend that they're like magically generated cops which you will understand what they are. Also, this is basically Left 4 Dead where you're shooting policemen instead of zombies. So it's usually I run with somebody else who carries an ammo bag, and also usually I carry different kind of grenades for this. That makes this a lot easier. I also have a special melee weapon. Nice. It's a taser. That's what I was doing. There we go. Ah, you're tased. Ow. Taking a lot of damage. I'm not playing as well as I usually do. Oh, I saw them in the corner. Yeah, because I'm playing on an easier difficulty mode, I'm just standing up. On a harder difficulty, you can't just run around the field like this and get shot. $35,000. See what's in that safe? Nothing. Wonderful. We are not making much progress on finishing the mission. My frame rate is going to hell. Normally this game runs smooth as butter. Like I normally get 150 frames per second on this, so it normally looks very nice. But I think I need to reboot my computer. It's been running for a while. What's
That's 40,000. Only 10 more to go.
Oh, well, hopefully it looks alright. Yeah. A lot of snipers. Ow. So yeah, if you notice down at the bottom where it says my name and my ammo and all that, you see a white circle and a green circle. The white circle is armor that regenerates when you get when you stop being shot. The green circle is actually your health, and once your armor is depleted, it starts taking off your health, and that does not repeat without, or that does not replenish without certain skills. Yeah, see, if you ever take over when your armor is completely gone. I'm wearing fairly heavy armor, so it's actually not, it doesn't disappear too bad. Because I'm on a lower difficulty level, also there's not very many special cops in here. In addition to the sniper, there is, let's see, there's the shield, which is exactly what you expect, the riot shield, black riot shields. There is taser, which is a like cop wearing dark blue, which will tase you until you are down. 45,000. There is the cloaker, which is there we go, I've got it. The cloaker is basically Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, dude in all black with night vision goggles, who will hide in corners and whatnot, wait for you to come by, and then jump kick you instantly down. They are a pain in the butt. Oh, my right is making it hard for me to shoot stuff. And also there is the bulldozer, which is a guy in basically a bomb disposal suit who has a massive amount of health, an automatic shotgun, and will just slowly walk towards you trying to overwhelm you with firepower. They spawn in spawning groups. Like sometimes there will be a taser with 2 shields. Some maps have a SWAT turret, which is a SWAT van with a automatic turret on top, a giant nightmare. That shows up a lot on benches, or a lot of places where you're stationary and outside. We are just waiting for the helicopter to arrive. It arrives right here. yeah, those are the special cops. There's also different levels of cops. These are your basic blue SWAT guys. There's a slightly higher level one that wear like green or lime green vests over their outfit. They have slightly more health and slightly better guns. There are next higher level up is guys in like OD green outfits. Again, slightly better guns, slightly better armor. And there are what we call tans. They're obviously wearing tan, but they have body armor on their chest, which means they cannot be hurt by shots to their chest, headshots or arm and leg shots. And finally, on Death Wish, there is the Gensec Elite, who are basically upgraded tans. And then, of course, there's also FBI agents, street cops, basically unarmored dudes, but they also are scary because they tend to carry gigantic magnum revolvers. But this is your basic game. There's one of the upgraded guys right here.
Looks like snipers are gonna get involved.
I have really good guns, so I can't shot him. But yeah, this is your basic game. You defend the spot until either a drill is done or a transport arrives. Then you either move back to the transport or you escape or and you defend against waves and waves of cops. And as you can see in my mod, it is right here. On longer missions, you can see it where, like, you can't even see the floor. There's still a civilian here. What is she still doing? Civilians will also do dumb things like jump up in the middle of a gunfight, which is always a bad thing for them. They will just get gunned down. You'll probably see that later when I play with friends. Alright. And on that note, let's escape and see what the end game screen looks like. I am carrying a jewelry on my back, so I'll get credit for that. Normally you have to throw bags in the back of a van to get credit. And change the face. There we go. And at the end of the mission, it shows you what you made for your contract, what you carried out, what you picked up off of shelves and whatnot. And offshore, you can't really do anything with. Spending is what you can spend on masks and guns and things like that. So you get about a quarter of what you take. Then you also get your experience. I'm level 91. I'm almost ready to hit my infamy again and be infamy 4. I didn't get much experience for that because it's a pretty low level mission. You can also look at a wordy summary of what you did. I made it out with 1 bags, and it tells you all that. Stats. God, terrible accuracy. This is crew stats, so it'll show the best in whoever you're grouped with. Since it's just me, it just shows me. Personal stats. Packages is a DLC thing. Those are the things I was picking up off the ground. And then you hit Payday, and you get to pick a card. This is how you get weapon mods, colors and patterns for masks, and occasionally crappy amounts of money and XP. Those are for weapon mods. What do I get? What do I get? I get another weapon mod. I get a foregrip for the machine gun. And then you go back to the lobby, where you pick another mission and do it again. So that's your basics on Payday. Hopefully it was somewhat interesting. I'm going to restart my computer and possibly record a heist where I don't have to talk the entire time because I'm kind of lazy. Hopefully this was entertaining. I will see you later.